Well, not really, Steve. I mean, we aren't overswinging. We're not striking out, which, teams that hit homers strike out. We did, you've seen in the past. We aren't striking out. We are, we're putting the ball in play. We're just not, putting good swings on it necessarily. I think that the approach is what we want. I saw some good approaches today by guys trying to work the count. I just, I don't have an answer for you except we're not hitting. And, our pitching has kept us in the game. You even look today. When you get beat 3-1 and you think you got blown out, that's not good. And, our pitching staff has kept us in games, and we're just not giving them any help.
Is that, you just said you get beat 3-1, you feel like you got blown out. When things are going like this offensively, do those types of leads start to get into the head? They feel a little insurmountable at times?
Yeah, again, not with us, because we know we can hit the ball over the fence. And so, you're talking about every inning, you say we get somebody on. I'll tell you exactly, Dan came to me in the ninth inning, and he said, hey, when Grandy ties this up, I'll make sure Reed's ready. That's the thought process. Is that all we got to do is get somebody on, and our lineup has enough power in it. Heck, even the ball Trav hit, he squared it up. We're just, they're just not finding holes.
Dave?
I know you've tried a number of different things, Terry. You have Lagares lead off, you have Conforto at second. Where do you go next? Is it a case of, I know you're trying to ride out some tough times until guys get back, but it seems like it's going to be pretty tough until that.
It is,
that
Dave.
happens.
There's no doubt. I'm gonna put Michael probably back in the leadoff spot tomorrow against Max. That's a big challenge, certainly for Juan. So, I just talked to the coaches about something we may try tomorrow to see if it works. So we've got to continue to think outside the box a little bit. So,
Matt?
Terry, obviously, when you guys have not had Cespedes, obviously he's a great player. You've gone through kind of some swoons sometimes where the runs don't come. Do you think it's a thing? Do you think guys try too hard without having in the lineup? Is it something else? Like, how do you
Matt, I think you do. I think that's the case if you see guys that are really overswinging. That, hey, look, I got to be the guy. I don't see that. I don't see anybody taking over-aggressive swings. I don't see anybody, charging balls. Juan in the one inning, against Romero, he jumped on the first pitch, but, he almost hit it out of the park, too. So, I don't see guys that I think they're, trying to overdo things. I just see we're just not finding holes. If we hit a ball, it seems like it's at somebody. Eaton made two good plays in left field. Center fielder made a nice play in right center. You give credit. This is big leagues. Guys are supposed to catch the ball, and they're a talented team, but we just can't seem to find any holes at all.
Bob?
Terry, how important is it for tomorrow just to salvage something from the weekend?
It's huge, Bob. It's huge. We came off the road and came home, and after all four grueling games in Miami, we were excited to get back, and we haven't played well back here. But again, we've pitched okay. We just haven't hit, and believe me, guys, I have two very, very good hitting coaches who do leave no stone unturned when it comes to preparation, when it comes to research, when it comes to analyzing swings. They are in there countless hours with those guys, and you can talk to any player and ask them, you think you're getting yourself ready, and every one of them will say, absolutely. We're just not getting it done, and we've got to start finding some answers, Bob.
Abby?
When you talk about thinking outside the box and trying to shake things up, are there some things that you'd like to do but maybe you can't because of the injuries, or you're a little limited in some of your tactics?
Well, we're not, Abby, again, we're not a big, yes, we have two, basically maybe even three major bats out of our lineup. We have one major piece off our bench against left-handed pitching that it's not available. But, again, that doesn't change the dynamics necessarily of the kind of team we are. You look at, TJ, he's a good offensive player. he might be a little bit, but we still have, one of the things, again, it keeps turning back to it, we just got to start getting some guys on and start getting some base hits. We got to get away from the home runs, which, believe me, it's still part of the game, but we just got to start, we got to continue to put good swings on the baseball no matter where we hit them, and, and try to find some spots where nobody's standing, and right now we haven't been able to do it.
On your left.
I understand you need precaution with Cespedes, but how much would you like to have him tomorrow, and what are the chances that you will have him?
I would love to have him tomorrow, as much as I would love to have Lucas Duda tomorrow. I doubt I'll have either. We kind of committed ourselves just due to the fact that, today, he spent a majority of the game in the training room, and some of it in the massage room, trying to get this thing worked out. And we went to him in the 7th inning, and he said, I just don't think I can hit. So tomorrow night being 8 o'clock, I don't know what the temperature is going to be, but it's probably not conducive to having him.
2 more, Roger.
Terry, with DeGrom, he really looked, a lot of strikeouts right at the very beginning, but it kind of ended up being unpredictable. To what do you attribute that?
I have nothing else except he didn't hit his spots. This guy struck out 12 guys. We checked with him every inning, felt good. Things are smooth going along. They got a good lineup. You can't make mistakes. And the base on balls killed him. So obviously he lost. He didn't make the pitches he had to make. And
do you think it was one or another pitch that was the missing the
well,
mark for him?
I missed with his slider quite a bit tonight. He got some swings on some change-ups, but his slider, you looked at even especially the 2 walks to Rendon. He missed some sliders out, on the outside corner, pitch after pitch, and you got to get those to get outs.
Mark.
When he threw today early, he felt okay. When he backed up, the pain in the wrist of the release was bothering him pretty good. So again, Mark, I won't know till he's got 24 hours to rest because it's such a late game tomorrow. So he could be.